I really want to say good morning, but it is not morning.
Right.
Okay, so a quick catch up on my morning, because now it's like 2 o'clock. I have been working for the lobster truck, and then kind of just lounging around. I was watching YouTube. I don't know, PMSing. Next week I'm supposed to start my period, so I think it was just like causing me to feel really lethargic and just like not wanting to do shit today. So I was like, I need to get my ass up because today I have like a busy day. I have to edit the vlog that I did from last week. I have a customer that's for sure coming in a little past 6. I'm like trying to push for walk-ins, that way people can just come by and like get familiar. They don't necessarily have to get anything whenever they're at the shop, but I would really love to have just people like coming in. So I don't know, I have like a lot of planning that I need to do. I also decided that I'm gonna start making necklaces, bracelets, probably earrings, because I really want to do pop-ups and continue doing pop-ups and like promoting my brand, but having other options available that aren't just tooth gems or the grills. So I want to kind of diversify the product and the services that I'm pushing. So I need to look into stuff like that. And then tonight I actually have a concert to go to. So I did a little glam. I have layers of like powder and setting spray on. So hopefully this stays on because the concert, yeah, it's like this evening. I feel like my eyebrows look really good today. I did a little bit of a smoky eye. Just did like a little overlining of the lip today. And I don't know, I just kind of believe that like if you look good, you feel good. So I live by that. And there are days where you don't even want to do nothing. Like me this morning. Anyways, let's get going to work. Okay, so my stomach is killing me. And I think it's because I've been putting Zins in the mornings. Guys, do not do that. Unless you like really hate yourself when you're trying to feel something, don't do that. I think I'm gonna go grab an energy drink from 7 Brew. Sorry, the lighting is like really bad. We have like these blackout curtains that, okay, I'm not gonna talk about, but I'm a little scatterbrained today, I'm not gonna lie. It was a really long morning. I was supposed to have a meeting at Chase, the bank, for setting up a business account, like a business checking account. And then I was also going to inquire about getting a business loan. But I think I'm gonna, well, I already did. I pushed it back to Monday. That way I can get a full itemized spreadsheet of my costs so far, how much I've invested so far, and then realistically what I think I need, which so far I think I just need $10,000 to get in a good footing for like 6 months is kind of what I'm projecting for. And we'll see. Yesterday I did have a meeting with a local nonprofit organization that works with the government to do SBA loans, and that went really well. I'm waiting on the recap email, that way I can finish sending over some stuff. But from what was said on that meeting, she said that things were looking like the trajectory was going to be a yes. We just needed to take care of a couple more things before we could get the final say so. The only other thing with that one too is that it would take 4 to 6 weeks, and I'm trying to get something like now. There's a lot of equipment that I still need. Some of you may be like, well, why the heck did you get started if you didn't have everything? Girl, I was just ready. Like, it was a now or never moment, and I decided now. Like, now is the time. Now is the time to get into it and to really push myself and to, you know, put that energy that I put in normal work into what I want to launch. Either way, sorry, I'm not trying to be defensive, but I can already see some things being said. Anywho, I don't know, I think I'm gonna treat myself and get an energy drink, so we might go do that real quick. Okay, we made it to my little office space. I did secure my drink. Now we're gonna go and get to work. I will probably not talk to you directly. I'm gonna set up the camera and just kind of do like a probably like a sped up version of what my process is right now, and I'll most likely do a voiceover. It is 2:19. I did not plan out my day accordingly, guys. So basically my son is in school until about like 3:30 is whenever they let out, and then he does like the after school Y Care program, and I have to pick him up by 6 over there, right? Mind you, I have this person coming in. She's driving in from like one of the neighboring cities, and she said she'll probably be here a little after 6. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna probably be here for another 2.5 hours, maybe like 5:30, go over there, pick him up, bring him back with me. That way I can meet with her really quickly. For her, she just needs to get one of her crystals reinstalled, and then I need to get another dental impression of her top teeth. Now I will say the first one that I got from her, it was really shallow, and I don't know if it was from the way that I insert it or not, but it was just not like, there was no way I was going to be able to make a full dental model from it. So I already gave her a heads up that I want to do that today as well. And then see, this is why I'm like kind of stressed about today. The show that we're going to go see Mexican OT. I'm really excited about it. And the doors open at 6. The show starts at 7:30. There's like 4 openers for him. He doesn't actually come on the stage until, I want to say it was like 9 or 9:30. So I personally don't feel a rush to get there to see the openers, because I really just wanted to see him and Paul Wall. Paul Wall will be there too. Yeah, so I'm excited about it. However, anyways, going back to my point about like the appointment, I don't know, I just feel like it's gonna be like a rush kind of day, and I hope that I can be as productive as possible. We'll just have to wait and see, you know. Tomorrow I am not taking any walk-ins because my son's school is doing a field day, and his grade, they're literally doing something all freaking day. Let me go over the itinerary because it was actually kind of mind-blowing, all of the stuff that they're doing. And I don't know if it's like all of the kids are doing these things, or if like they each signed up for what they wanted to do. But let me tell you. Okay, so they're doing a warm-up at 8:45. Quick bathroom break before. Running at 9:30. Field at 10. Stations at 9:30 to 10:30. Tug of war at 10:30. Teacher versus student at 11. And then breaking for lunch. And then sand volleyball at 12:30. Obstacle course at 1. I'm like, they're literally, y'all are gonna, you know what, if it puts him to bed, shoot, I don't care. But it's really funny. I was like, damn, y'all are doing the freaking Olympics for these 3rd graders, what the heck. Yeah, so anyways, let's get on with the day. I'm kind of stalling. I'll probably talk more about it on my voiceover because I need to go. Let's walk in, actually. Let's walk in together. Okay, I'm struggling. Oh, trying to get out of the freaking car. And my bag is so heavy. I have my laptop and my iPad in here. Oh, Jesus. As you can tell, it's like a nice day. I'm actually loving the weather. In this moment, I see that there are people in the lobby, there's people in the office, and I was like, oh gosh, like I am not going to be able to record comfortably. I still have my little anxiety about people hearing me whenever I'm recording. So I did not vlog at work this day. I'm sorry. I will get over it at some point. I don't know when, but you know, it just comes with time, I think. But you're gonna see me just kind of pose, and then I'll check in right after this. Okay, a quick update because your girl did not vlog at work. Well, I did actually get a few things, but I was editing my video from last week, and it's actually so cute. Like, I'm so proud. I made a little like YouTube cover, like a little damn, what is it called? I swear every time I like get on the camera, my thoughts don't want to form into concrete sentences. What is it called? The thumbnail. Jesus, I created a thumbnail for the video, and then I also created like a cute little closing card that matches my brand's color. So I'm like still working on a couple of voiceovers left for the video, and then I'll be uploading it hopefully by the end of today. And I think it's gonna work out well. Like, I'm gonna try to record on Wednesdays or Thursdays and have them uploaded like the following day. And then I'm also kind of doing like TikTok content. I don't know if I want to do more personal TikTok content, like funny, lighthearted things, or have stuff directly related to my business, or try to like have a mixture of both. I saw a video not too long ago. I will try to do like a pop-up of the girl like right here. If I don't do a pop-up, then I'll tag her in the description. But she was just talking about whenever you're starting your influencer journey, that you should try to stick to one main platform, especially if you're just starting out. And for me, I really want it to be YouTube. However, I do already post on TikTok and Instagram regularly, so it's like I can't totally avoid not posting on them. But I think it's just more about making one of them your main, and then like cross promoting to your other platforms, because of course we live in a day and age where everybody has everything for the most part. So anywho, if you're wanting to get started on creating content or becoming an influencer or doing whatever the heck you want to do, definitely check her out. A lot of her videos have been really helpful for me, especially because she also comes from a very corporate background, and what she has her strengths in is definitely influencer content creation, whereas for me it was more so like my social media background definitely is more rooted in like content strategy for a brand that has a business. So it's kind of like two different things, you know. Like, an influencer obviously has their own personal brand, but the way that they handle their business is completely different from like a Starbucks. You know, it's like two different methods. So yeah, check her out. Anyways, I'm here to pick up my son. I will probably not be putting him on camera because he's too cute. Like, I just don't want any pervs doing anything with him. And then I think I'm gonna vlog whenever I'm home though, and like my getting ready for the concert vibe, and then I definitely will be vlogging at the concert. Well, like just getting footage. So yeah, that's my little update for 5:35. Oh my gosh. Oh, I will record. So my girl is still coming to get her tooth gem and then her mold. So I'll ask her if she's okay with me like kind of recording the process. So yeah. Anyways, I'll check in here in a bit. Okay, the sunset unmatched. Don't mind the porta potty. Never been in a porta potty? Girl. Actually, I'm not gonna show you. It's like being in an outhouse. It's cool.
right. Damn. Y'all got this shit set up pretty cool, baby. All right.
Okay, show is over and we are all leaving. Let me show y'all. Like, this is actually a cool little spot, but yeah. Wow. For my vlog.
I'm one
Okay. The kids' field day, it was actually pretty cool. It was a little cute little event. But the day is not over yet for him. I'm gonna go grab us some lunch, meet him back at school, and then we'll continue with the shenanigans. Honestly, I'm like very burnt out. Like, I have low energy. I really need some food, but we're pulling through. Also, look at how nice of a day. Green grass, green trees. This is like a rarity for West Texas, so I am basking in it. But I think this is all that I'll vlog for the field day stuff. Yeah, this honestly might be it for the rest of the day. I am so tired. Honestly, we'll see like how much footage I have and if it's enough for one like half-hour video. If it is, then I'll cut the video right here. And if not, then I guess you'll be able to tell. Anywho, I'll check in a bit.
The following day.
Okay, I finally got this bad boy in. This is an oscillating vibrating plate. I will be using this whenever I'm mixing my dental lab stone. The dental lab stone is what I will use to create the actual tooth models. This is going to be a game changer for me, trust me. Here I am trying to mix together the water and the dental lab stone. That way I can create the perfect consistency for creating the full-on tooth models. And right off the bat, I made so many mistakes. I am so annoyed in this moment. Like, not only just rewatching it, but actually in the moment of me doing this, I was so annoyed. I was like, what the heck is going on? The dental lab stone is very thick once you get past the working time. Mind you, I have this video right now on 5x speed. So I was like working it for a while. And I kept like adding water, and I was trying to get it to this perfect consistency, and it was just not really where I wanted it to be. So it's supposed to be a little more watery, kind of the same consistency as pancake mix, but not as dense. You know, it's really hard to kind of gauge where exactly it needs to be, and that's what I was struggling with. Right here you see I'm putting it on the oscillating plate to take out those air bubbles, and that really did make a difference for me. And then you'll see me take the stone mix and start pouring it into the grills. This is what I'm nervous for. Okay, let's see. So this one is Juan's from his bottom teeth. And let's try to fill it. Okay, so this next part I'm going to play in real time. That way you can see how the dental stone is not the consistency that it needs to be. It is very thick, it's not flowing. So typically, whenever you're pouring dental stone in a tooth mold, you want it to flow from the posterior, which is like the back of the teeth, and you're supposed to angle the model around, that way it can just flow freely. And this mixture that I made was horrible, and it was not moving at all. Wherever I put it is where it stayed put. and that's not what you want. That's very, very poor formulation on my end. And yeah, I mean, I was just kind of like, okay, wait, is this okay? Is this not okay? Like, I knew, I had an idea of like what it was supposed to look like and feel like, and I just did not achieve that in this moment. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to my client's tooth impressions and trying to do hers as well. Now, at this point, I knew it was a lost cause. I was like, okay, like, this is not what it is supposed to be. It's not what it's supposed to look like. But, you know, I was like, I cannot waste the trial. Like, I at least have to see how it looks. Does it come out too brittle? Does it come out too firm? I was really just unsure, and I was truly at this moment treating it as a testing period. So that's really what I was doing. I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna wing it. I added some more water to the mixture because I wanted to soften it up. That way I could try to remix it and create the platforms for the dental molds to sit on. Y'all, I just really did what I could in this moment. This is not my shining moment. I will say, since then, right, I did perfect the formula. I wrote it down. I was like, this is what I need to do for however long. But since we're like growing and learning together, I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and show this because it's part of the learning process. Trial and error is what it is. And it is useful. That was the most stressful thing that I've ever had to do. Yeah, like I really don't freaking know. But anyways, I have these little models that aren't totally perfect, but oh my gosh, this thing is falling. Like this one, for example, is like definitely not perfect, but I'm gonna go ahead and just try with them anyways, with some wax while I wait for those to set. I'm really nervous about those. Yeah, I don't know, but I got my Dremel, so let's do a little unboxing. So I purchased the Dremel 4300. Wow. I got this one because it comes with the most attachments. It's really powerful, and it's just really like a catch-all for what I needed to get started. And in my unboxing, I was like, damn, there is a lot in here that I do not know how to use. And I feel like that's kind of like the theme of this video is like, what the heck is going on? What am I doing? A lot of questioning of my choices was happening in each part of this video. Anyways, let's move on. I picked up on it very quickly. I thought it was so pretty. I was like, ooh, this is me looking at this freaking Bible of a manual. I essentially read that whole thing. I watched like 15 YouTube videos. I went to ChatGPT. I was like, girl, help me figure this out. But I figured it out. It took like a day for me to understand everything that I was working with. And I think it's like a really solid purchase. Everybody that has it really enjoys it. So far, I enjoy it. And I'm excited because now I'm official. Okay, there's a lot in here that I don't know how to use. So I'm going to flip through this and then try to figure out where to put it up because I don't know where. Good Lord, good Lord.
2 days later.
Okay, it is 12:50. I have a meeting at 2 over at Chase Bank for opening my business account, like my banking account, but also to inquire on getting a loan. And I am so upset with myself because I already pushed back this meeting once from last week because I wanted to give myself time to get ready. I don't know, like, what the heck was going on in my brain for me to not prepare over the weekend, but I did not prepare over the weekend. So I have about an hour to like get my full business plan and, you know, all of the loan amount requests and the projections and the X, Y, and Z shit figured out.
so we're gonna do that real quick. I swear, I feel like every time I try to vlog, there's some crazy dumb shit that's going on. So I apologize for that. I'm really an organized person, but sometimes the type B in me is just too dominant. And, you know, sometimes like that cannot be helped. So what's a girl to do? But to just vibe on and move on, right? Okay, sorry, I'm gonna stop being lame. But I'm gonna try to get this stuff knocked out. Do you guys want to join me? Let's get going. All right. So luckily, I already had some. Okay, you're stable now. You should not be falling. Please don't fall. So luckily, I already had numbers laid out for monthly cost versus the monthly income. I just need to do some quick math on what I have invested so far of my own money, and I'm going to take into account like rent, materials, promotions, like ads that I've run, but also the events that I've done so far, like pop-up events. I'm also going to include like the website for booking and like my general website. Sorry, I'm like heating up food right now. So all of these I'm going in as like current cost that I have put my own money in, and then also I need to add that into the monthly cost, because so far I only have numbers of monthly costs based on just like materials for the services. So need to do that, and I actually need to create the template because I just have everything written down. I don't have it presented. I don't have it to be presented like in a cute, oh, what the heck? Apologies again. For some reason, the screen went black on my end, but it was still recording. Let's just take a breath, take a step back. There is a very real possibility that they will not ask me all of this stuff. And I only say that because based on the email that they sent me, sorry, I'm like trying to process. Based on the email that they sent me, like confirming the appointment, they were like, yeah, just bring your ID and proof that you own the business and we'll get started. And I'm like, do you not want to see numbers? Like, you just want my ID? Like, what are you talking about? I don't know. And the only reason why I'm doing this is because the woman that I spoke to last week told me to look at big bank options for loans.
Right.
I was chewing for forever, girl, sorry. But now here I am going to Chase to see what my options are. They did not tell me to like prepare for anything. So we'll see. And then I'm also thinking like if I don't get approved for a loan, I might get approved for a business credit card, which I'm also okay with. And I'll kind of, I won't do it right now because I have a lot that I need to do right here. But I'll, I'm so sorry. I'm like trying to eat. I'll kind of go over why I'm okay with maybe just getting a credit card. Because I think my overhead cost for the first like 6 months will be truly very low. Like it should not be anything insane. I was kind of doing some reflection on just the projected cost so far, like of materials and marketing and promotions and all of this shit. And that's really what I'm concerned about. And then also having a reserve of money for myself, you know, because it's kind of like I won't be able to break even. Realistically, until about 6 months in, and we're halfway through month 1. So that's like one of my concerns, you know. I just want to make sure that things will be fine, you know. But let me do this real quick because you're distracting me, girl. And I'll check in here in a minute. Okay, so I went to Chase to go talk to the banker about getting the loan and opening up a checking account for the business. And it took him forever and a half to even come out and meet with me. I think it was like, our meeting was scheduled for 2 o'clock. He didn't come out until 2:20. So there was that. And you know, he's like, okay, like tell me why we're here. And I tell him I want to open up a checking account for the business and look into applying for a small business loan. Sorry, my eye's twitching. And he's like, okay. He like really just kind of quickly tells me that I will not be able to get a loan because Chase does not offer loans to businesses under 2 years old. So I'm like, okay, got that. Which I was like fully expecting, right? And then he's like, but you know, also I don't have time to help you set up a checking account. Do you want to come back tomorrow? And I was like, what do you mean you don't have time? Like, we scheduled a meeting for 2 o'clock. What do you mean you don't have time? So that was annoying. Literally the most unproductive fucking meeting ever. Like, he was just kind of asking me, like, you know, the stuff that you'd expect. He was talking about my suppliers, general monthly expenses, how I plan on paying myself, my projected monthly cost and annual cost, versus income. So we were just like very briefly going over that. And yeah, I mean, he was just kind of like nonchalant, kind of, it felt like he didn't give a fuck. And that was like really weird for me because I was like, I don't know, it just felt weird, like, I don't know. And then also just to be like, yeah, I don't have time to help you today after you were late to our meeting. Like, what do you mean? You're joking. But I digress. So he asked me if I wanted to come in tomorrow for a meeting to open up a banking account for like the checking account for the business. And I was like, sure. But now I kind of don't even want to like open up a checking account with them. The only thing that I'm like, maybe I should is just because I need a checking account, point blank period, in order to get a loan at all. Like, it doesn't matter if I try to go with that nonprofit organization that I first reached out to, or if I'm trying to go to a local credit union or whatever the case may be, I'm going to need a checking account for the business. So, I don't know, I guess we'll just go ahead and do that tomorrow. And then the other thing is that he said that he said maybe I'll qualify for a credit card for the business, like a business credit card. So, I guess we'll just see. I don't know. Also, if I seem really annoyed, it's because I started my period officially yesterday. So all of the emotions and things that I've been feeling are finally like being released. But I am definitely the type of person where on my period I am much more irritable and just overall more annoyed. So this meeting was definitely not like, this was the fucking cherry on top of it being like a what the fuck kind of start to the day, to the week, whatever. But you know what, we're just gonna I'm not trying to give that to you, I'm just trying to release it. We're releasing that energy, we're getting rid of it, we do not need it. So yeah, guys, I don't know, send good vibes, send thoughts and prayers, because I definitely need it to get through the next couple of days. It's definitely the period that's kind of putting me off right now. Either way though, I swear I am not about to cry. It looks like I but I'm not. I'm waiting for my son to get out of school. I literally have like 30 minutes left here waiting for him. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed by this freaking meeting. Anyways, after I take him to school, or pick him up from school, I mean, I'm gonna take him to this like after school program that I have him enrolled in, and then I'm gonna go to my business run real quick. This is like my biggest thing right now, is that I cannot get the consistency of the grills models correctly. So like the dental stone, I cannot get that consistency correct, and it's driving me crazy. Like, it makes me want to punch a hole in the wall. Kyle off of Monster Energy vibes, right? And I have to get this shit down. Like, it needs to be perfected. So I think I'm gonna take a chill pill, i.e. a Red Bull, and I'm going to really just like sit there and play with it little by little. Like, I'm gonna start off with a little bit of powder and a little bit of water, mix it up, and then little by little. The thing that keeps tripping me up on the whole situation of mixing is that there's like a working time for the stone, and then there's like a setting time for it as well. So I can't start off too little, because if I keep trying to build up on the stone that's already been worked for, like, let's just say 2 minutes, that part of the formula is already getting hard compared to the fresh powder that I'm mixing in. Does this make sense? Like, the fresh powder that I'm mixing in, it's fresh, and so it's not going to mix as well with the dental stone that's been getting mixed for like 2 minutes, you know? So I'm trying to just find like absolute numbers, and it's really hard to get absolute numbers. That's what I'm coming across. It's been driving me crazy, oh my god. But we're gonna figure it out, because we have to, because it must be done, because there is no other option. So yeah, that's my little update. And then full disclaimer, I also have not finished updating editing my other video to my full liking. So these vlogs might be like a week and a half behind like the original filming. So I'm sorry for sucking ass on that, but we're just learning together. We're moving in waves that we did not think were possible before, and there is going to be a learning curve with anything new, and there will be challenges, and we can only be grateful for the opportunity to be challenged with something rewarding and creative. And there's like a specific term that I'm looking for, you know, just like ultimately channeling this amazing part of your skills and your techniques and your sensibility, you know, and growing off of that. So that's all I'll say for right now. I think that this is going to be part of like last week's vlog. That way I can just wrap it up, put a bow on top, and submit it. And then I'll probably do a full check-in Wednesday or Thursday whenever I'm not on my period anymore. So yeah, that's my quick little update. I see you guys in the next one. Bye.